What is going on, fellow Wastelanders? Welcome back to the channel. Shock Radio here, covering the latest CROSSOUT news. It is the final countdown, ladies and gentlemen, as they released Devblog Part 3, covering what we might expect in the next Battle Pass and potentially what they will be revealing in their upcoming live stream. So we have that. Fire and Ice Brawl has ended, so the endless plastic grind is done. What does that mean for the market? And a new brawl is here, Operation Radiance, but that brawl is not here for everyone. So what is the deal with that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shock Radio. Thank you for liking the channel and subscribing. If you're looking for all the latest CROSSOUT news, thank you for being here. Let's get into today's video. So Fire and Ice Brawl did end, guys, and if you are looking for plastic, it is probably a good time to pick it up before we get into the Lost and Found explosives event, which we covered in our last video, which could potentially drive the price of resources up, guys. Now, talking about cheap resources, I do want to mention the badge exchange, guys. This week is a good deal for electronics, so we're going into the weekend. If you have spare badges, pick up some electronics. If you're not familiar with the process, each week the badge exchange switches which resources are the best deal for badges. A friend of mine sent me this spreadsheet on Discord, so I have it posted on Discord, but I wanted to show you guys here that this week is good for electronics. Next week potentially is good for batteries, and that means that you can stock up to craft blueprint and storage expansions. Now, this is also a reminder that they could be changing the way that blueprints operate, or the way the blueprint UI works in CROSSOUT. So they want to up our blueprint spaces to 50, our exhibition slots, so we can save more builds, but this will cost us more blueprints. So these are the next few weeks to stock up on badges and electronics if you ever want to craft up these storage expansions and blueprint spaces to take advantage of more crafts and more storage. Now, on to the new brawl, Operation Radiance. I was able to play it for a bit, and it was actually a lot of fun. A race style brawl where you are trying to outrun the Ravagers to make it to the finish line. The reward is wires, and it does give you a pretty solid amount of wires whether you win or lose, so that was pretty awesome. Now, even more importantly, the weekly challenge rewards for this is going to be some awesome stickers. You have some paints and decor, and then the grand prize is the logistician's container. However, there's been a huge issue taking place on console platforms, causing Operation Radiance to be completely taken down. The developers have given console players all of the rewards, but it is yet to be seen if we will get the brawl back for the next few days or the week to grind out those precious wires, as grinding out these wires before all these events begin for the Christmas events would be super awesome, as it does give you a lot of rewards and it is pretty fun. So overall, I think Operation Radiance would have been a huge hit. It is a super fun mode, but unfortunately it is broken for a lot of players. Moving on to the juicy bit of today's news, the Syndicate is returning in the new CROSSOUT season, and today we're going to talk about part 3 of the developer's blog. You can find part 1 and 2 of my previous videos in the description below if you'd like to take a look at the other dev blogs. First up in the dev blog is the Yamugi Legendary Grenade Launcher. Now, the Yamugi gives you an opportunity to harass your enemies with bursts of sticky bombs, while the Fukabari crossbow that we discussed in the previous entry is good at inflicting pinpoint damage to large parts. The Yamugi wreaks havoc with chain explosions around the perimeter of the enemy vehicle. If you will be the proud owner of the Yamugi, we advise you not to fire all the grenades at a single point. If you instead rush past the enemy and cover them with sticky bombs in as many spots as possible, the chain explosions are sure to break down their armor. Please note that a Yamugi grenade explodes after a short delay. The coolest Syndicate guys always walk away from explosions. So, as someone pointed out in a PSN group that I'm a part of, this definitely sounds like a legendary version of our beloved Young Wang just from reading this description already. The most dexterous survivors can make the most of the Yamugi perk. If there is an enemy within a small radius of the grenade, it will be slightly magnetically attracted to them. Yamugi projectiles can be used as mines. Guess the enemy's movement so that an inattentive opponent will run over your stack of bombs and take them along for the ride. Unleash your inner tactician. So pretty sweet weapon. Sounds like the mix between a Phoenix crossbow and a Young Wang, and we are getting that new crossbow that we talked about that is going to be another sticky type of weapon going along with the Mugi legendary grenade launcher. Now, the Punji Epic support weapon we also took a sneak peek at in one of the developer released videos, teasing us with this new type of mine layer. Now, you've already seen how the Punji operates in a recent social media post. Syndicate has prepared something very unusual. The new support weapon will allow you to build energy barriers and create problems for opponents. And if you try really hard, you can even catch an enemy in a cage, the only exit from which is through pain. Punji places a metal stake in front of you, which is not dangerous in itself until you place another one nearby. This creates an energy field between the stakes, which deals damage, reduces power and the maximum speed of the enemy car, and it slows down the reload and speed and cooldown rate of their weapons. So ultimately, this is actually going to be a mixture between a spark and a flash, which has the reload speed and cooldown rate of weapons, which is kind of interesting because the flash actually has both of those perks, and that's a relic. So the Punji is an epic that is essentially going to have relic perks. Sure, what could go wrong with that? One Punji can place 2 stakes, but the maximum number of Punji pieces on a single vehicle is 4, allowing you to build long and complex obstacles. Once you master the mechanic, you can do wonders with the new weapons. Note that the stakes are connected only if they're placed by one player. That is, the energy field will not form between yours and allied or enemy stakes. Video teaser that they highlighted yesterday, it definitely looked like a pretty fun weapon, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm interested to see in their live stream what it is capable of, and of course I will have access to a test server, so join our Discord for information on when I will be live on the PR test server. So also in this devlog with some new structural parts coming in this next season, potentially some new bumper parts in the theme of the Syndicate Dragons, as well as the new PvP map, new Fuji. Now, unfortunately, this probably is not a clan battle map, but it is a new PvP map, and people have been asking for a new PvP map, and it does look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. And of course, we would like to see some more clan maps, but they do have about 45 50 or so maps between all these events and brawls, so it is quite a bit of maps. Definitely be good to see some more clan battle maps in rotation. All right, so they also mentioned a few brawls that you can expect in the upcoming season. There will be a return of familiar game modes, as well as something completely new, welcoming back the Big Black Scorpions, a PvP mode with waves of enemies, and the third part of the Operation series of brawls, where you can once again challenge Lloyd. Now, hopefully that goes a little bit better than Operation Radiance goes, I'm just saying, but I would definitely be excited to see what that next Operation brawl has in store, because the rewards could be pretty awesome. So they mentioned in the previous dev blog about a new type of race in the Wasteland, where there will be a type of police chase going on. So curious to see what that is all about. And that is all they have for this dev blog, guys. Stay tuned for their potential upcoming dev live stream. Join our Discord, and I will be posting when we have more information for the dates and times of the dev live stream. I will be live streaming for our YouTube members and our Twitch subscribers to kind of watch these dev live stream reveals together when they are first put out there, so we can see what this battle pass is all about. Thank you guys for your support, and I will see you in Sunday's live stream, where we'll be giving away our last next step battle pass giveaway.